So this David situation keeps getting more strange. It keeps getting more bizarre. And one of the most odd things that I've noticed over the last couple of days, or really over the last 24 hours, is that there is a lot of talk over on his subreddit. There's a David subreddit. You might not be aware of this, but just like there's subreddits for all the gangs, all the gangsters, all the gangster rappers, the drill rappers that I be dipping in and out of, there is also an r/David subreddit, okay? This has been around since July the 27th, 2022, okay? This is a hub. It's a hive of activity for everything David, and obviously, as a result of recent events, these things that have been circulating have become just buzzing topics, okay? There's all kinds of posts on here that are going super viral. You know, the most popular post of all time was only made 4 days ago. So this whole case, this whole situation, the disappearance of this girl, Celeste, has really completely taken over the subreddit. And there's a lot going on, okay? It's really messed up, right? And there's even a David subreddit warning going around, okay? There's a big warning in the subreddit. It says, as you all know, there's been a lot of drama surrounding David as of late. The official David Discord server has been locked now, as well as the comment sections under his TikTok videos. It's more than likely this subreddit will soon be locked by David and his team as well, okay? So perhaps the cover-up is beginning. And as I'm going to tell you in a minute, apparently David is still active on Discord and in the subreddit, allegedly, as all of this is going on, as everybody is asking why the police haven't arrested him yet in light of all of this evidence connecting to him, to this young girl that went missing. It says, we also want to make it clear the current mods of this subreddit are wholly professional and unaffiliated with David. Yes, David has a presence on this subreddit and is the owner, but this doesn't mean that we converse with him or members of his team. David obtained ownership of this subreddit through a past misunderstanding with the previous owner. We're currently working with Reddit's support team to regain ownership of the subreddit and facilitate proper, uncensored conversation. Please get all your thoughts and updates posted as quick as possible. You might not have the ability to do so in future. People saying, how are people not understanding this post? People saying, exactly. And people thought my post was weird, like he doesn't have power over the narrative here with the most active posts and information. Everywhere else has already been silenced. Also, the timing is odd. The sub has been around since 2022, and he wants to be a mod here years later, around the same time as Celeste has passed. Rest in peace to her. This man is evil and sick, more than we can imagine. Okay, people saying, as well as this, we also have access to the moderation log. David has not made any moderator actions yet, so this post is just in preparation for a potential outcome. Okay, people saying, I appreciate the mods. Beside the drama, it's more professional and aware than actual statements handed out by real PR teams. So a lot of people have been questioning on the subreddit if the people around him knew what was going on. Okay, so a lot of people are saying, how the F did nobody close to them see this coming? It's LA, bro. They have friends. They were always in houses full of people, streams, all type of stuff. The Discord people definitely knew, even though they deny it. Bro, if I had a homegirl and her BF kept making hella videos of a girl that resembled her, then all bloody, like, bro, how did nobody see this coming? How did nobody be like, hey, bro, is C okay? The MF always making songs and references about literally killing her. The videos show it. How did nobody be like, hey, is this MF good? Maybe I'm too invested, man. I'm gonna unplug from this thing from the day. I hope they arrest this MF. Okay, so people are angry, all right? And apparently his friends were defending him on TikTok. Okay, this has been going around the subreddit too, all right? David's friend responds to some comments on TikTok, all right? So this is going around. Apparently it's this girl, Asia, okay, Asia. All right, people saying, you can't convince me that she didn't at the very least know what was going on. And she clapped back. She said, I have a life outside of just my friends. People say, there's no way you were that close to him and didn't know he was messing with a little girl for years. He wasn't even trying to hide it. Oh my God. And she clapped back. All right. I said, somebody said, I never said you were or did. Just weird how you were posting less since early September. And apparently she said, well, life is expensive, bae, and I'm depressed. Well, what are you depressed about? And someone replied, well, either way, you knew he was seeing a minor. You just didn't care or say anything. And she said, I didn't know her age. It breaks my heart. Now, that comment, I didn't know her age, seems to infer that he knew her, that she knew her, she knew the relationship was going on, but she didn't know her age. Okay. People saying didn't know her age. It was pretty obvious she was underage. People saying notice that she's not denying she knew about Celeste. She's simply saying she didn't know her age. This means Asia must have met Celeste considering she frequently went to David's house for live streams. Caleb, David's brother, also had to have known Celeste considering they were spotted walking backstage together at a show. It's probable everyone close to David knew about it and had met Celeste considering how long the two were dating. Okay, people saying she looked like her age. What are you talking about? She was literally on the tour with David. This person says the police will investigate everyone associated in some way to him. So if anyone knew anything and covered it up, they are effed. 100% the police will question everyone, even if just a minor like Sakura and Jay, which is why a lot have distanced themselves from him now. People saying, I really doubt it though. Jason isn't really friends with David and Sakura is only friends with Asia, but I don't know how long they've even been friends, for I would say they would question his close group like Neo and Asia possibly. All right. So people are saying it's weird behavior blaming random women for her death, but people are saying it isn't just random. She's part of David's friends group with older Celeste. There's definitely a possibility she was aware, all right? And so there's a theory that there's two Celestes, and we're going to talk about that later on down the line, all right? I'm going to do another video about that because I've got some other links about that, okay? And so another one, all right, there's another post talking about people responding. People seemingly knew what was going on, all right? Saying pretty much certain now. This is Callie on David. So somebody responded to this image, okay, on Callie Uchi's page. All right. Okay, my bad. This was the wrong link. Okay, this is Callie Uchi's responding about David and basically denying being friends with him. Somebody responded on Callie Uchi's page, your friend David is a murderer and chomo SMH. And someone defended her saying, girl, how is she supposed to know this? And Callie Uchi's liked it. All right, and then Caliucci's got in the comments and responded to a couple people. Not my friend. I did a song with him, which is currently in the process of being taken down, given today's disturbing news. And she responded to another comment saying, it's okay, baby. People like her are why women always get blamed for the things men do. The internalized misogyny of this world, I suppose. All right. And then someone saying, was waiting for someone to say something. This is all so bizarre. W. Callie for taking it down to RIP the girl and condolences to her family. But people are saying, no, it's still up on Spotify. Or W for Callie trying to take it down. I don't know about that. All right. Wow. How surprised how quickly she moved. I have a lot of respect for her now. All right. People are saying she needs some good PR after some crazy stuff happened. All right. So the fans in the subreddit are mourning the loss of David's music. They're saying it feels illegal to listen to his songs now. And they're praying that he's not guilty. It almost feels illegal to listen and sing along to bro's music now. I just pray he isn't guilty, but by judging by the news and other leaks, it's most likely he did it. What used to be y'all's favorite David song, for me, it was Romantic Homicide. I saw it when it first came out. R.I.P. Celeste. A little girl died, and we're worrying about not being able to listen to his music. Even if he didn't kill her, he literally dated a child. And even if he didn't kill her, someone else killed her. The reason they could even do that was because he groomed her and lured her away from his family. Okay, so someone from his Discord made a bunch of creepy tweets. These have been circulating on his subreddit, and some people were thinking that this could have been David on his burner, and they've deleted this post. The cleanup has begun, people. The cleanup has begun. All right, let me see if I can find this somewhere else. So I'm going to try and find it. I can't find that original post, but this is another post. Someone called Moji is in the Discord. These are the latest messages on David's closest. Basically, this person Moji was atting everybody in the Discord and said, I hate to disappoint, but I'm not David. I hope this helps. I got like 600 DM requests, and I've seen a bunch of Twitter posts on the past couple of days. I thought I'd let you know. So some people were thinking that this Moji guy was actually David, and there were some very dark tweets that he had made, which have now been scrubbed from the subreddit, okay? People saying Moji is a weird-ass dude. If you see his previous message, also his corny ass keeps on putting 6-7 as a reaction, as if someone didn't effing die, okay? And Moji had posted on the subreddit, women who let me kill them and chop them up. And people thinking that is super weird, all right? And they're saying David keeps using 6-7 in his posts. The guy denies it, but it looks like an alt account for real. People are saying, no, he's posted his face. It's not David. It's not David. Moji has a Twitter where he shows his face. Him or not, this guy is a weirdo, all right? And I really wish I could find those tweets, but I can't find them anywhere right now. So people were saying this is proof that Moji wasn't David. He's commenting, people are saying I'm not catfish, blah blah blah. I said, oh, I actually think you get Actually, I think you get the idea. His TikTok, since that's not the important app, and people are saying that's his TikTok, and it's somebody else. Okay, people are saying somebody needs to check into this guy. This quote about women being chopped up. He had posts saying, "I love children." The suspect, the less knowledge of what's going on, the better. This was in July of 2025, just the month before the alleged murder took place. Moji posted he messes with girls under 7 years old. 11's too old for me. Now, this is twisted, okay? And these are the tweets. We got the tweets now. Tweeting, I eat children. I suck children. I like children. Bruh. Stop, man. People saying, what does SWAY stand for? He replied, swallow wonderful, ageless kids. What is wrong with this man? So I like underage girls. What's the problem? That's what he's saying, okay? I forgot your age. Though 7 ain't that bad. This guy, whoever this is, all right, if it is David, it's twisted. Who wants to know how to make Discord servers, bruh? I want to do a romantic homicide watch party. And he replied, I can make one. Okay, people are suggesting maybe this is the guy that made the server, all right? And this is people saying, more proof that it's Moji posting that stuff. This is another picture allegedly showing him. Looks like a white guy here, so it's plausible that it's not the same guy, but whoever this guy is, he's clearly twisted. Some of the things that he was posting, whether you want to say they were jokes, it doesn't look too good now. Okay, people saying the TikToker looks completely different from the selfies found on X. 2 names, 2 different looking people, which is which. Maybe none of them are him, all right? People saying, yes, I mean, if you look at his profile pic, you can find the whole pic on X. You compare the facial features, they look completely different. And Henry Carver got a chest tattoo that Moji on X doesn't have. Scroll and compare every picture, so people aren't actually buying it. All right, because I don't think it's Henry Carver. Nothing matches. All right, yeah. I'm saying he could be logged into the account, but people don't know, but it's twisted, all right? People saying that 1000% looks like the guy helping him put a body in the trunk in a music video, but that was just an actor, all right? TikTok seems to be a different guy. It's a different name. They're saying it's not the same guy. So people are trying to get to the bottom of this, but people, okay, it's very bizarre because a bunch of TikToks are now circulating that were apparently posted by David, where he was seemingly talking about how he felt about this breakup, about the loss of somebody, about not being able to see someone again. This was him posting just random things on TikTok. Me realizing that if this one girl leaves, I will never be the same again. I'm scared I'll never make it out of here. I ruined a lot of things just because of my stupid head. So me looking at a complete failure in the mirror after I just bawled my eyes out because of her. These are twisted, man. They expect more out of me than I expect out of myself. Me after running over every guy who's ever looked at her. And if you saw the last video I did, there's rumors of this other guy, Gus, who was involved with Celeste as well, apparently losing his life and being shot and killed. And we've not got to the bottom of that one yet, but we're trying to find out. We're trying to find this guy, man. We're researching. We're trying to find this guy, Gus. Currently unable to tell the difference between reality and what's in my head. Stop asking me what you're doing. I'm literally at home reliving the exact same day every day. Okay? People saying, I mean, we all relate to some of those at some point too, but it's still a little bit suspicious, all right? A lot of guys repost this stuff, especially the emo ones, but it does say something, man. It's definitely a little bit sus. But look, apparently David's online. I said this to somebody the other day. How crazy is it, right, that somewhere out there, probably in LA, all right, David's just chilling. He's probably seeing all of these videos people are posting about him, seeing all the subreddits, seeing all the talk on the Discord. He's probably at home somewhere losing his shit. That's at least what I thought. But apparently, he's kicking back playing Fortnite. Apparently, he was online playing Fortnite, all right, just 10 hours ago from when I'm filming this video, 2 hours ago from when this post was made. His match history was active. He was online playing Fortnite, playing a bunch of games, all right. He won. He had a victory there 3 hours ago. He is apparently online. David the Coolest. This is his account. He's apparently just kicking back, playing Fortnite in the midst of this gruesome case. People are saying, dude, not even trying to hide. Could have played it on an alternate or something. Bro was trying to catch some W's before his whole life turns into an L. Nah, how the F can you be doing stuff like this like it's a normal day when your whole life is falling apart? F David. They're saying he must be on hella drugs and hella mental illnesses. He's probably going through a month's worth of weed in a day just to cure this kind of stress. These are troubles that drugs can't fix. People are saying, I mean, what do you expect him to be hiding in a bunker somewhere in Europe? I kind of do, to be honest with you. That's no joke, all right? I would have thought this guy had fled. He knows he's fucked. He's just living till he's arrested. If he cared that much, he wouldn't have left a body in the trunk in front of his house. Seriously, I wonder what's going on in his mind. Are these perhaps traits of sociopathy? Playing Fortnite while your life crumbles to pieces is an interesting choice, although kind of full circle, as Fortnite is what made him want to be famous. People say it's poetic. Bro, wouldn't most of us just be kind of panicked in a time like this? You have some of the most brutal allegations anyone could have, and you're just on Fortnite. Does this make sense to anyone? People saying people with clinical psychopathy don't feel pressure or stress in the way neurotypical people do. David likely falls into this category based on how unbothered he has been since killing Celeste. This guy was singing pop songs and throwing out labubus on stage at his shows even after the police discovered the body, as if nothing had happened. It's bizarre. Am I the only one who thinks LAPD might just F this case up and say they don't have conclusive evidence? They definitely have enough to arrest him. Maybe there's a spanner in the works, like somebody else being involved. People saying, yeah, of course, he didn't do this alone, but they should at least be charged with him and then release him on bail. Why would they release him on bail? If they charge him for a specific crime, he wouldn't be able to get charged again for that crime. They're trying to get enough evidence to arrest him with no bail. Okay, it seems premeditated, plus add charges like with a So dude might spend the rest of his life in prison. I hope they get all of the evidence before charging. But other people are saying they definitely don't have enough for an arrest right now. The LAPD already noted that multiple people had access to his vehicles, and now they're waiting for the toxicology report. People saying, I feel like at this point, he don't even care anymore because he knows he's pretty much effed. That's why he's not even bothering to use an alternative account. His music career is hanging by a thread. His brand deals are gone. Friends alike have started distancing themselves. So he's just passing time waiting for the FBI to knock on his door. It's as simple as that. People are saying, what if he somehow worked out a deal or a way out of this and is finally relaxing? People are saying, we never know. He's got money, so dude's lawyer must be putting in that work for the bag that they're getting. People saying, life's one crazy circle. Ironically, it's the game that helped him launch his music career and that collaborated with him super recently is the same game he's playing to feel numb, probably on a ton of dope to remain calm. Apparently, he was also on Roblox yesterday. That's what people are saying. Bro's going back to where he started. All right. And apparently, it's not just Fortnite. He was apparently online on Discord too. All right. They're saying 13 hours ago, David was just online on Discord. Okay. They were saying that he was online. They were saying that he was active. And that is spooky, right? David was just online on Discord and went off. It's a whole screen recording. If y'all don't believe me, I can send videos in this sub. He definitely lurks in all of the chats. People are saying it's so eerie to think that he's seen any of what we posted, but he most likely has. He was also in Lacey's stream the other day before unfollowing him. David, if you see this, just turn yourself in and cooperate with the police. Celeste deserves justice. He's also actively playing Fortnite. Actively playing Fortnite while your ex is mysteriously found in your car chopped up is insane. I hope the police are keeping eyes on this behavior. He's acting like it's a casual Saturday night. ETA, not ex, his victim. I apologize. Yeah, you can call him a victim. Ex-victim, whatever you want to call it. It's crazy, all right? They're saying, wait, he removed his Twitch connection, definitely was active. I've seen a screen recording of his Twitch connected to his Discord account. I wonder what he's going to do. He might be deleting chats or messages, maybe even the ones on servers that people haven't found or leaked. Does he not realize he's being monitored 24/7 right now? Dude's so blatant. That Discord is like prime target for evidence right now, and everything got to be saved, I would think. Why would the police remove the connection if they're searching his laptop at this odd hour of the night? It's got to be him. Creepy. Definitely him, but deleting anything doesn't actually remove it. Police have crazy access to things. That's facts, all right? If David thinks he can delete the posts on Reddit and delete the posts on Discord and slide, that ain't going to work, all right? The cops can subpoena Instagram. They can get Discord messages. They can subpoena Discord. They can get all the chats, all the logs, all of the activity, all of the Reddit posts. There ain't really anywhere to hide. People are saying he lurks everywhere. I'm not sure, but I think I ran into his Reddit burner. They kept answering every post that asked why he did do it. Why did he do it with one-word cryptic answers like he's answering it. I texted the account, but they kept replying with stupid stuff. They kept saying Labubus and 6'7", along with I don't even care who David is. Yes, they said David with a 3, such a troll. I don't know, honestly, but it's sus. Some people saying it sounds like a rage baiter or just a troll. They're saying, yeah, it might be. Right after I confronted the account, they deleted it. And they posted it. So they said, bye, fake David. I'm not. I never claimed to be David. And then he replied, I don't know. You might be. You never claimed, but the stuff you say is hella sus. They said, why, lol? because you answer posts like you know what he's thinking. Mad weird, one-word comments. He's the type to lurk. He's been lurking on Twitch today. I'm going to deactivate this account in an hour. They said even more sus. Too many people accusing me of being David. I don't even care who the guy is. LMAO, you don't even know who he is. Such BS. The fact you deliberately said D4VD with a 3, you're not slick. All right? People were saying I was sus about this account. I seen it like yesterday. It doesn't feel right about his comments. All right? Bro's phone must be blasting with messages from every online platform that he's on. People are saying, can you send the recording of the messages? Yeah. So he still hasn't been arrested, all right? And people are saying, look, on the small chance that he doesn't do it, on the small chance that he beats this and he has an excuse, they're saying, look, he's still a PDF. On the 0.0001% chance he didn't do it, this guy is still a PDF, grown-ass man grooming middle schoolers, inexcusable behavior, extremely mid music, good riddance, buddy, all right? He was saying, yeah, this lady arguing with me, saying he was 17 and she was 15. She wasn't alive then, probably. He was still 19 when she was 13. So if my math is right, and they've been talking longer, she was like 11, 12, and he was still older, which is insane. I think your math looked right, because look what I found on his TikTok, by the way. Oh my God, this is crazy. When a card declines at therapy and they bring in that one Hello Kitty girl you met in 2021. What the hell is this? That is insane. I haven't seen that before. That is actually insane. That's on his official account. People saying posting that about a kid is crazy. All right, saying when I was writing this, people saying that and this tweet and the romantic homicide video being released on her 12th birthday with a girl who's styled in a similar manner as her in the lead role in the music video is atrocious digital footprint. This is a tweet that said, when I was writing this, I got a notie from you, and she were talking about wanting to be with your mum and sister again. Take me where I belong, but our circumstances won't allow us to be in ideal situations. We got to push through it, bro. This is extremely concerning. It's like she wanted to go back to her mum and sister, possibly after being reported missing since it was 2022. All right. This is something that somebody else has posted. Utterly disgusting. David would always be on call 24/7, talking in our team Discord, and would share his music with us early on. I did know about the girl Celeste, but I never knew she was underage. I do not recall ever speaking to her. I know she was around him. My old fans probably remember the times last year and year prior where I would mention him every day. I want to make it clear I did not suspect anything like this, and I did not know about the severely inappropriate relationship. My heart goes out to the family. All right. Wait. Okay, I just see that comment. What the F does I never knew she was that underage? Yeah, I didn't even clock this as I was reading it. I didn't know about the girl Celeste. I never knew she was that underage. What, you knew she was underage, but not that underage? That is actually twisted. That's a hella weird thing to say, but in the commenter's defense, maybe he thought she was 17 as David was 18, 19 at the time. Dating a 17-year-old wouldn't be that weird. 1 to 2 year age difference, even though 17 is still underage. Obviously not the case. She was like 12 to 15. All right. It's not explained very well. David just talked about Celeste to his friends. He's never seen or talked to her, so there's no way he would know she's underage. Yeah. Right. Exactly right. There's no potential outcome that excuses his actions. At the bare minimum, he's a confirmed PDF and most likely a murderer too. That is actually insanity, okay? So the fans have turned on him, basically. The fans have stopped defending him. All right, everybody stopped defending him. They're just tired. They're just tired of the disappointment, okay? The way a lot of fans have stopped defending him is very satisfying. Somebody originally said a week ago, he's innocent. I refuse to believe otherwise. And then 5 days went by. They followed up and said, oh, never mind. People saying, in my opinion, it was stupid to jump to his defense. I'm not saying that as soon as you hear it in his car, you should have taken him as guilty. But for a guy that sang about violence to females, death, and in his recent tours at the time, white bloody t-shirts and caskets, I'd have to at least take a neutral stance before realizing he's guilty. People are saying, still, people are defending him on this very subreddit, you know. I'll link the post. I think the majority are absolutely disgusted, and rightfully so. This guy is a creep, PDF, kidnapper, and a literal murderer. Very messed up, man. It's people saying that's just how it is. I'm sure a majority of people that was familiar with him at least couldn't comprehend that he would be the guy to do any of this. I sure know I didn't, but that is what letting evidence roll out is for. Now we know it just sucks, but because he was not only was he supposed to be one of the good ones, but a teenage girl lost her life before 15. Man, it is bizarre. So people on the subreddit have been reassuring each other that the police are on the case, that they will eventually arrest him, and it just takes time. So this is a post saying, please understand this takes time, bro. Police will not release everything as it goes, as it can affect details and evidence. I can guarantee you the police are already 10 steps ahead of this case. I promise. The evidence this Reddit is pulling is definitely playing a major part. They just can't say it right now. Guilty or not, bro is clearly a PDF nonetheless. If you care about that, dick way too stuffed in your mouth. So easy not to care until it happens to you. Okay, and this person said, I'm tired of people saying the police aren't doing anything. Why the F would they make their every move public? People are saying most people don't understand how criminal investigations work. If evidence is unconstitutionally gathered or insufficient for the charges they're trying to levy against David, the case risks being dismissed by a judge. Yesterday, a user who's an attorney explained it, and I looked at this post in one of my previous videos. He clarified David's not being placed under arrest yet, but he is under surveillance at all times by undercover police. LAPD is one of the largest police departments in all of the United States, and they have a huge homicide division. So they obviously know what they're doing here. Let them work. People are saying this. People are acting like David is going to get arrested and be put on trial tomorrow. This stuff takes time, just weeks or months. So just be patient. And people saying, please stop saying you have a full theory. You have no cause of death. How can you have a theory on how it played out? People are low-key still in disbelief. Okay, but this is crazy, okay? I found this recently and I couldn't believe it, okay? This is allegedly David's burner account, all right? Extra David, 23K followers. It looks official. There's a bunch of exclusive pictures on here. And this is the last post. Just take this in for a second. This is the last post he ever posted on that account. He's wearing a Hello Kitty shirt. All right. And I just showed you that post a minute ago where he says he was on his knees and it was saying, oh, when they pull out the Hello Kitty girl that you met in 2021. All right. This was posted on her birthday, September the 7th, 1 week ago. All right. It's more than a week ago, but it's within 1 to 2 weeks ago, based on this. September the 7th, on her birthday, he's posting in the Hello Kitty shirt. He's saying, don't let them de-yassify you, queen. All right. This is twisted. This is bizarre. Another post on her birthday in the Hello Kitty shirt is insane. All right. He's showing off his nails. Just straight weirdo. Just a straight weirdo. All right. And he had lyrics referencing this Hello Kitty shirt too, right? This was going around on the Reddit saying, I don't know if this is already posted here by someone else, but this is so disgusting. This is a song called Hello Kitty shirt. I didn't come across this when I did my deep dive. I don't know if this was officially released. It says, pretty girl, Hello Kitty shirt. She do what she want because the world is hers. Tell me where you want it. Tell me if it hurts. Girl, take off your bonnet. Let me see your her. Pretty girl, Hello Kitty shirt. And it says that again. It says, think she like me. Ain't no fussing fighting. Ooh, sipping high C. Please don't take it lightly. Or the money folding like it's origami. Ooh, he a pussy running to his mommy. Ooh, all of my diamonds, they twirl. So he goes on to say, all my diamonds, they dance. All my diamonds, they glisten. All of my diamonds, they have an foursome. All my diamonds, they cost you. All of my diamonds, gorgeous. I love my shorty with long hair. I love my shorty with dark skin. So I can't stay in my lane. All I do is swerve. I cannot slow down because I love hitting curves. She's my Billie Eilish, Phineas and Ferb. Got me feeling stylish, Gucci with the fur. I got your boo. She on my tool. She ride it too. Send that boy back to school with attitude. Please don't give me attitude when I ride with you. I ride with you. All right. This is posted by David on his archive account, on his archive SoundCloud account. This is right here. So this is another picture from his burner account. This was on August the 16th. And again, this is around the date when people are saying that the murder might have happened, all right? And he's wearing that pink bracelet, all right, that a lot of people said belonged to Celeste. This is the Reddit post about the bracelets, and this looks like the same bracelet that she was wearing there, okay? And this is on August the 16th. It's one of the dates that people are thinking that the murder might have gone down, and he's clearly wearing that bracelet. And the caption says, posted with the wrong song earlier. I'm gatekeeping that one. You guys can listen to this one instead. Soz. Anyway, yeah, dyeing my hair pink or whatever. I don't even care. And people saying, is that the tattoo? This is the shush tattoo on his finger. Quite faint there, but you can kind of see a tattoo on his finger. And people were saying that she had a matching tattoo. He also posted in January on this Finsta account how he was abhorrently sad. Right? January the 28th. I've been abhorrently sad as of late, which is why I haven't been inspired to post here in a while. But I went to the beach with my friend this morning and it made me feel better. So he was going through it in January of 2025. All right. And there's even more weird reposts that have been circulating apparently on his TikTok account that are very dark and revealing. All right. The loyalty I need. This one's crazy. Baby, so you know how I was supposed to go to the movie with the girls today? Well, they've been saying last minute. Some dudes they've been talking to want to meet them up there, and they'll bring a friend from me if I still want to go. Them hoes must be dumb. Anyway, can I come over instead? Now, I wonder who that message was from. You know that David's very jealous. And then this is a back and forth. Again, we don't know who this is with, but you know, it could well be the person, could potentially, possibly, plausibly be Celeste. But anyway, this is saying, anytime you want me to, just let me know. And the days you don't want to or can't, that's okay. Just communicate. And they say, I will. I'm sorry. It says, I'm not talking about that, though. I just want you to communicate all things with me better. It's okay to let me understand you. Just communicate. I will. I'm sorry. And he says, I'm not talking about that, though. I'm not just talking about that, though. I just want you to communicate all things better with me. It's okay to let me understand you. All right. That same post seems to be getting posted a bunch. And then this was another repost. When she tells you to talk to your hoes, but she got more guy friends than you do. This relates more to that jealousy arc that she was maybe seeing another guy who could be this Gus guy, could be other people. Psychology says 92% of breakups are caused by... Definitely not the M word. Stopping talking to each other when it's most needed. So he's on this whole communication thing between what is said and what's meant, between what is said and not meant, and what is meant and not said. Most love is lost. Always remember that the silent treatment solves no problems. It only makes it more. Lack of communication ruins everything, because instead of knowing how the other person is feeling, we just assume. And said how my GF should respond to these ninja emojis. You fine as F, what up with you? Blocked. So he's saying that this is how she should be responding to any dudes that hit her up. Blocked. Immediately blocked. Hey, my boyfriend will drag you on a fence, will hang you on a fence by your drawers. Bye. You got a BF, you got life insurance. Bye. So now we're seeing you got a BF, you got life insurance. The inference is my boyfriend is a killer and he will kill you if you mess with me, if you got life insurance. Right? He's saying, then we forever. If that's what you're posting, that's how you're treating these guys, then we might be together forever. Oh my God, another Hello Kitty. This is dark, man. This is dark. Says, this is me and my future wife, and if you even care, with the Hello Kitty. Oh, it's bizarre. It's for kids, man. It's a kid's toy. It's a kid's cartoon. That's dark. Okay. Okay, so this next thing I'm going to show you is actually very, very, very bizarre and twisted. So this footage from a tow yard was going around, but this was originally posted on August the 12th, which is around the time when people think that the girl might have lost her life because she was in the trunk for a long period of time. And I watched this again on his page. I watched a TikTok of it, but I couldn't really see as much. I think this is a more extended, comprehensive one. He's got a song playing in the background. Now, this is dark. Okay, and this might be very revealing. What you're going to see in this video, I didn't spot this last time, but this is twisted, okay? So he's waving at this building, all right? And I know what this building is now. I've worked it all out, okay? He's waving at this building. He's waving goodbye to this building. There's cars over there. Now, I originally thought maybe that was a tow truck over there next to the car at the building, but it turns out it wasn't. But what you're going to see in a minute, there is a tow truck in this video, okay? He's filming all around. He's waving at this, this building, which is a motel, and he's swearing at the ground. He's throwing up the middle finger to the ground, and then he's changing his fingers. All right, he's walking away. He's hitting the road. All right, and in this, the song that's playing in the background, I can't play it to you, okay? But he's put up his middle finger. The song has lyrics all about bleeding out and bloodstains. Another girl that looks a bit like Celeste with the curly hair, fair-skinned, okay, walking away from the sunset. That's there for a reason. Okay, when this is a self-filmed video of him dark in the streets with no lighting, and he's swearing at the ground, and he's filming waving at a car, that's a low-quality edit. But that clip that I just showed you there, I can't rewind because it's Instagram, but that's looked like a professionally shot image of an actress that looked like Celeste. He's cut that in here and edited this random video and uploaded it. He's done this on purpose. The caption says, "Can I be your favorite?" But wait till you see what happens next. All right, he's filming the road signs. He's filming himself walking down the street, walking away from this motel. He's filmed himself inside. I don't know if this is inside the motel. It could be. I'm going to have to go and look into that. But yeah, I don't know if that's inside the motel. Hang on, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, and I'm gonna investigate. I'm gonna look at the rooms in the hotel and see if it matches up. But yeah, so this is an edit. This isn't just, oh, I filmed some random crap on my phone and posted it up for laughs. This is an actual edit. It's got a couple of professional shots. He put a woman in there that looks like the girl on purpose. He's cut between shots inside a room and outside on the streets. But as you're going to see in a minute, okay, a very, very dark thing is about to happen, all right? A very suspicious, a very suspect, a very dark thing is about to happen in this video. So he's just filming himself looking down these dark streets all alone. He's on Route 66. He's indicating he's going to hit the road. He films that Route 66 flags a little bit more. There's a dark figure fading in and out, all right, in the background. I don't know if this is a traffic light, street light, cars going by. I don't know what that is. But he's just filming all of this eerie, creepy stuff while a song's playing in the background. And that song's got references to bleeding out, bloodstains on your clothes, right? He says that he's still waiting on the day I become your favorite. He's filming this Route 66 sign. Maybe that's an indication that he's going to do the dash. Maybe he's going to go on the run. Maybe he's going to drive down Route 66. I don't know. But he's ominously filming this Route 66 sign walking down this street across the road from the motel. It's very grim. It's very weird. It's very ominous. I don't know if this person's with him or whether this is a random person walking down the street. They're holding a torch. I don't know if that's a phone. But something is going to happen in this video that is just very, very creepy. Very, very spooky. All right. Tow truck. Tow truck just drives fast. Now, I struggle to think that's a coincidence. He posted this video. He edited this video. He was intentional about what was in this video. He had the lookalike girl in there, and a tow truck drives by. And the fact that the body was in a car that was towed on her birthday, that makes me think something very dark was going on. That was a tow truck that just drove past. He filmed that on purpose. It's very dark and creepy. Now, the motel that he was at, this is the La Mesa Hotel in Santa Rosa. I've gone and found this on Google Maps for you guys, okay? This is the hotel. It's the La Mesa Hotel. So this is, I believe, in New Mexico. So this is pretty far from LA, all right, where he was staying at. Realistically, halfway to Houston, right? He's from Texas originally. Maybe that's the route that you take. I don't know. But he's halfway. Maybe he drives back and forth to Houston. He's at the La Mesa Hotel. So this is the same building, right? He was stood over here on this side of the street, way over there. That's what was behind him in the clip. Okay. So you see this building, these shutters, that door? That is this building. Okay. This is the same building. I guess it was a different color when this image was taken, but it's the same building. And when you see pans across, that's the motel. All right. That's the motel right there. That is it. That's the spot. Okay. So it's very dark. It's very creepy. Now, the La Mesa Hotel, he's waving to this hotel. And let me check something out. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought I'd be able to find a photograph of the bathroom of the hotel and I'd be able to match it up to that picture of David, but it actually doesn't look like the same place. So for the record, that video of him in that video where he's in front of the bathroom filming himself here, the towel rail and the toilet and this coffee machine here and the layout actually is different to the way that the motel looks. So I personally don't believe that was filmed in the motel. I thought it might have been for a second, but that definitely isn't the case. But just to return back to this tow yard theory, all right, the fact that David released numerous songs on this girl Celeste's birthday, September the 7th, I think is super sketchy. And I think the fact that he's posting that image on his Finsta account on September the 7th in the Hello Kitty shirt is extremely suspicious. But also the fact that the car was towed on Celeste's birthday is so strange. It makes me think that it could have been on purpose. And it does make me think that it's possible maybe even David called it in. I don't have any proof of this at this stage. I think the timing's just very suspicious. It's just a theory. But I do think it could be possible that he called that in himself as some kind of twisted work of art, that he wanted to do that on her birthday because of all the other things he'd done on her birthday. Now, there is a theory going around Reddit, the tow yard theory. Somebody's saying, I find it sketchy that someone just so happened to call the police about the odor the day after Celeste's birthday. This all feels calculated like a sick, twisted plan. Now, that's not the thing. Somebody called the police about the odor the day after Celeste's birthday, but the car was called to be towed on September the 7th on her birthday. Somebody called and said, get that car out of here. It'd been parked there for 3 weeks, apparently without issue. And then at that point, somebody had enough. I don't know if David had something to do with that, right? It does seem suspicious. People saying, I don't know why I also feel like Celeste was killed in Texas and driven in the front of the car back to Cali. Now, if that's the case, the location of that motel does kind of add up. Now, the thing that doesn't add up about that is the fact that, look, if this is the drive from Houston, Texas, all the way to Los Angeles, look, I'm not saying that theory couldn't be true. It's a 23-hour drive. But what is interesting is that that motel, that rest stop, it's kind of not really on the route. It's definitely something of a detour. So if I put that hotel in here as a detour, it changes the route significantly, right? It's now a 24-hour drive. It's a different route. I mean, that's not hugely different, right? We only went from how many hours? Sorry. So the detour, it takes the journey. So with the stopping off at this motel, it's a 24-hour drive, but without that stop off, it's a 21-hour drive. So that's like 2.5-hour detour to be able to go to that motel. It is a bit strange. Okay, so if some people feel like she was killed in Texas and driven in the front back to Cali, I could believe that. And if he stopped off at that motel on the way to film that video, I could believe that too. People saying, I'm posting for documentation in case I'm right. My intuition has been telling me that she's been dead since July. I just need to find the last sign of life. So if anyone has any dated streams or pictures from the last couple months, please link them. Also, here's a link to the case info posted by LAPD and it includes the name of the detective on the case and the medical examiner. Okay, so if anybody wants that information, right, the medical examiner, all the stuff that's going on, case number. If anyone wants to submit some information, that's all there for you, right? So apparently she liked a post of David's on July the 31st, and from what I'm seeing in this sub, I think she died early August. Regardless of when she died, this case is so troubling, it makes me sick to my stomach. Rest in peace. Okay. I keep seeing people saying another body was found in the trunk of a different car in the same tow yard or another tow yard around LA around the same, but I can't find anything else about it. Does anyone know if this is true? It was actually a different tow yard, but there were two women stuffed in cars, one being Celeste. They haven't said anything on if the two women are connected or not. I don't think they even identified the other woman. Okay. So look, the fact that this guy is sat on Fortnite and lurking in Discord and Reddit while this is all going on is just absolutely bonkers to me. I just can't believe what we keep finding. I think that video of him on the road in New Mexico, waving at the motel, filming the Route 66 sign, putting the middle finger up to the ground. There's song lyrics in the background talking about bleeding out, bloodstains on his clothes, waiting for the day that I become your favorite, and a tow truck driving off into the distance. That's very suspect. That's very strange. And this guy is very intentional. I mean, look, say what you want about David being a psychopath and a killer, allegedly, potentially a PDF. He clearly was a good artist. He clearly was a solid, thoughtful artist when it came to his music, when it came to his artistic expression. These were thoughtful, considered things that he was putting into his music and putting on his social media. And it's not beyond me to believe that maybe he was leaving clues on purpose. Maybe that was him filming outside the motel. Maybe that was a clue. Maybe that post, the Hello Kitty post on her birthday. All of that stuff all seems to point towards these clues and these hints and things that he's putting across. So it's very dark. I've got a whole bunch of other updates on this situation that I'm going to get to in other videos that I'm going to be making over the next few hours. I've got about 4 different topics that I want to touch on because they're all different. And I think it'd just be easier to separate these into separate videos. But yeah, this case is just getting sadder and sadder, more confusing, more twisted by the day. And David's just out here chilling. He's just gaming. He's just out here chilling on Fortnite, hopping into Discord to see what's going on, lurking in the subreddit, potentially commenting under different account names if some people are to be believed. So it's very dark. It's crazy. I'll keep you guys updated on anything else that happens. This story is wild. Thank you for tapping in with me for my reporting on this. I'm really going to try and offer you guys some different perspectives, some new information, some information that's fresh. You know, I'm a good researcher. I feel like that's what I bring to the table. I know this isn't necessarily a hip-hop story, but it is a big story in the public interest. And I'm going to put my skills and my talents to the test, onto the table, to keep giving you guys up-to-date and useful information about this topic. So thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you found this helpful. I'll catch you in the next video, guys. Peace out.